The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here that came into the NFL together back in 1995, and off we go between the Jags and the Panthers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 50, plant. 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home,
yeah. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Fournette on the counter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set on the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on, long way to go in this one.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. His throw incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Dancing to his left. Completes it to... That one good for 24 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Fournette. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
the last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Minshew, flush to his right. He'll try and run it, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll run with Fournette. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd and 9, Minshew over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. They'll give Fournette another crack. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Hey, shoot. Check, look, squeeze.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3 to 1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of... the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, exit.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Not here.
Get it.
Minshew, 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. Open man right side is Shark. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Say. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Go.
Motion.
Ready.
Fournette running out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it's a lot easier to stay up.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Jaguars 14, Panthers nothing. Josh Lambeau the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Gun. Here we go.
On first down, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again. Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That's another Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Wide. 20. Get wide.
Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Newton. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Here we go with McCaffrey. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's first. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Now Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the... It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Down. 18 Gators. Hey.
Watch that in, Johnny, right.
Hey. High 7.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 50.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Here's Minshew. And this one into the hands of D.J. Shark. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 39 yards. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Right there, 56. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
2, 2.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the pass.
Coleman now. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
21. Here we go.
56.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25.
Come on, set. 10 logo. Go. You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Mike's 50. Hey, orbit. 54. Let's go.
Minshew sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
So third and long, here's Minshew. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on third. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. Fournette running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second down, here's Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Hey, Charlie. On the ball now.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's third down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
81, let's go.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey, Wahoo! We want it! Come to my world!
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
5.
On fourth down, Minshew. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
What? 380.
Here we go.
Check 52.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. As his guys are on, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So, wow, he scrambles right, throws across his body all the way back to the left, but it worked out.
wouldn't you just love to hear the thought process of the offensive coordinators that play unfolded? And I think a lot of it was, no. Nice throw, my man. Nice throw. Good job.
I'd also like to hear the quarterback what's going on in his head as that ball leaves his hand.
Oh, please let it get there, because otherwise I'm in big trouble.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Shoves him aside. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll him out right. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves up.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Miles Jack with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Ursua. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
So the awareness of knowing where the first down marker is not just for the offense. I mean, his defense has to understand that too, and they gave up a huge one there.
Oh, yeah, this is one of those situations defensively. You're just counting on getting the football back.
No doubt about it. You've already projected yourself to the bench and with a little bit of smile on your face for having stopped them, and now you've got to regroup and play again.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Right there. 54, right there. 54.
Now Minshew. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack there by Rasheem Green. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 26 yards on the play there. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
He's checking.
throw here. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Jacksonville. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Go.
Back. Check 24.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, Delta. 48 months.
Now on second and 16. Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. 30, 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And Lambo now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson plays like, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Jackson rolling to his right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, D.J. Hayden. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Zoo. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hey, alert 48. Zoo.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Ready, break.
36 to Mike. You run. Check 43.
Yep.
Get him. You got him.
Mike, 5.
Fournette, a first down carry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, high 7.
48 Mike. Rip left. 48.
From the 25 on second down, Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, seam 6.
58, boys. 58 Mike. Watch the screen. Watch
it go.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And that is not going to get where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give him 17 on that pickup. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now...
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Go. Hey, orbit. Get it.
From the 45 on second down, Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Ready.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On the ready.
Check.
Hey!
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 48.
Big river.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 18-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Look at me. Zipper. 5.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Now.
2nd and 6. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
After the interception, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He made Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 61, matchbox, left.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal. At the
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Danny. 48. Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. He tried to keep it himself but can't stretch his way in. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This time, Jackson will throw it. They'll roll him out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Quick pass to the outside, caught by Conley. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
47 to Mike. 47. Check, 47. And let's get it home.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Second and 5 now. Jackson forced out to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And now here is another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. He's at the 30. The 20, and it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's Minshew. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Fournette. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal.
Come get some. Come get
Yo, go, go.
He don't want it.
Hey, wahoo.
48 Mike.
Now.
Minshew sets to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
You ready?
So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
36, line 36.
Go.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Swing, double.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick six, fourth quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. Hey, Roy.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. First down, and the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 36. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Exit. 58, come on. 58, come on. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
He's back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 36.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now they go for it on